My Lord, it is alleged that it was seized from accused 3. Then line number 18. I further established that the said cell phone was taken to the police war room for downloading in relation to the matter of Cleveland, my Lord, and Alexandra. It was going with other docket, but the reference that was used was Cleveland 96/2/2015, and then requested my Lord Sergeant Mabasa to assist with that download. Insofar as the activities that are related around the period of this incident. In other words, October 2014, October. And now on page 44, also if we can see any pictures, in terms of the suspects that we describe, in other words, people with dreadlocks, anything around this period of 2014, October, that was my request. Now, on the proceedings again of the 30th of October 2014, line number 6 and 7. My Lord, I was given a letter, a copy of his findings, an affidavit of findings, that as well as I think the album of he depicted, and it contained, my recollection, my Lord, is issues of firearm. It depicted the money that I testified about, contained in a particular for what was at the time when was accused of being seen having dreadlocks, my Lord. On line number 12 and 13, I recall that one of the statements of the people who were in the house described the intruder with the dreadlocks wearing a khaki or a brown jacket, my Lord. Line number 15, I recall that one of the albums that I was shown, my Lord, there was a picture of accused 3 wearing a khaki top and having dreadlocks. And I recall, my Lord, that it was the photo that had a date, and then there was an intervention, there was no recording. Page 45 of the proceedings of the 30th of October 2024. Briefly, Brigadier Gininda testifies as follows. Yes, Exhibit S, my Lord, it is the statement, the affidavit in terms of Section 212 that was given to me by Sergeant Mabasa, containing the photo album or photos and some of the photos that I referred to, my Lord. Now, the proceedings of the 17th of October 2024, on page 55, it says, Mr. Baloyi, instead of Brigadier Gininda, what is also prudent, my Lord, perhaps to mention while we were dealing with this, is that this download was done in the year 2015, February. In other words, the cell phone was seized from accused 3 for another matter. Subsequently, then the downloading was done for the matter when we had our sight on him. My Lord, then I requested that on that download that was done then, it is not something that we found now. It was done then. So we worked on the archives of the police. We then selected this album. In fact, we downloaded everything which was made available to the defense, but we focused on the photos that matches him with the suspect that was identified on the day of the incident in this matter. And I can say, my Lord, we found more than one photo that fits the description of him, resembling the shooter that was mentioned on the 26th of October 2014. On page 30, the proceedings of the 17th of October 2024, I think two that I came across of the first name that I remember is Ntabi Singh. She is associated with the Department of Correctional Services. They were just sitting opposite the crime scene when the incident happened. I do recall in part of the statement, it is clearly mentioned that the perpetrators were seen running out from the direction of the Kelly Khumalo's house to the direction of the park. On paragraph on line number 23. Okay, let me start from line 21. My Lord, while I was looking at that, I just do not recall whether it is in Tabiseng or this other lady. The description of the dreadlocks was mentioned by these witnesses, which was in line with the statements that were made by the people who were inside the house, who said one of the perpetrators had dreadlocks. On page 31 of the 17th of October 2024, my Lord, I also remember that there were also another statement that I look at. I think it's one of the neighbors as well as Makeleni, who was also assisted even in the drawing of the identity of the second suspect that had a hoodie. This is the point that the court also raised yesterday. Now, my Lord, I established that there was no relationship between any of the people who were in the house with these neighbors, except that they were neighbors, but there was no reason I could find that these neighbors will actually lie, be influenced to say that they saw people running out of the house or running from the direction of the park for no reason. In other words, I found credence and reliability in what they were telling me, telling the truth in terms of what they saw. And then on page 33, proceedings of the 17th of October 2024, I also looked at the statements, obviously, of the people who were in the house, my Lord, to see as to whether the description that is given is in line with what the members of the public, if I can put in that context, if it is in line, if what they describe inside, insofar as the perpetrators are concerned, it is in line with what you are seeing outside, I found that it was in line. There have been small differences, and I want to underline small differences. But in essence, two intruders were described, one with dreadlocks, one with a hoodie, tall, slender. So there were similarities, my Lord. That is the aspect that I considered. And then on page 34, proceedings of the 17th of October 2024, Brigadier Gininda. Yes, so, and when I say the description, my Lord, I'm referring now this sketch. This is the identity, my Lord, because people who were in the house, some of them contributed as so far as the drawing of the identity of the man with red locks and added part of the things on the identity of a man with a hoodie, my Lord. So there was that contribution when warrant officers then come draw the identities. October 17, page 30. Okay. Line number 19, Brigadier Gininda. Yes, it does ring a bell, my Lord. I can further also say, while I was looking at that, I just do not recall whether it is in Tabiseng or other lady. The description of the dreadlocks was mentioned by these witnesses, which was in line with the statements that were made by the people who were inside the house, who said one of the perpetrators had dreadlocks. And then lastly, the proceedings of the 29th of October 2024, line number 4. They ran, a description is given by the neighbors who were outside. The description particularly of one of the shooters with the dreadlocks, it is also given by the people who were inside the house. So there you find a common factor that there was a person described with a firearm inside the house with dreadlocks. The neighbors, particularly the lady that was sitting outside, I recall her saying she saw when they were running away, one of the suspects had dreadlocks. That is all, my Lord.
Thanks. Will you be able to interpret all that?
No,
Now you have to.
we're supposed to break it down, my Lord.
No, you have to mark it for the interpreter to repeat. Let's do it.
I've highlighted the portions that I've read, my lord.
Hello?
I've highlighted
Oh,
the
is it so?
portions.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Then you can interpret all the highlighted portions.
Mnumzana Sabona Buthe. Ubufakazi bangi-17 ku-October 2024 ubufakazi bakhe uBrigadier Gninda sifunda kuyena upage 55 ukufundeka ngale ndlela okusemqoka ngamaqala ke kuyena advocate ubalo inkosi enkantolo ukuthi sisho uma ngabe sibhekene nalokho ukuthi ke ama-downloads lana enziwa kuwona unyaka ka-2015 ngoFebruary ukuthi ke kukhishwa imininingwane kuwona umakhalekhukhwini. Ngamanye amagama umakhalekhukhwini watholwa kuyena umsolo wesithathu utholelwa elinye icala kungasilona leli icala kwase kuthi kamuva ke ama-downloading enziwayo ke kuwona kulona lelo cala lelo. Sathi ke uma ngabe sibheka lapho inkosi enkantolo ngase ngicela ke kuwona-ke lawo ma-download ayenziwe khona lapho akusiyona into esithole njengamanje yinto eyayenziwe ngaphambilini. Sase sisebenza-ke ngalokho esinako-ke emaphoyiseni sase-ke sihlanganisa-ke noma siqoka yona-ke i-album lena noma-ke inhlanganisela yazo iy'thombe sase si-downloada-ke konke esakunikezwa-ke konke okwanikezwa bona abameli kodwa-ke sagxila kuy'thombe ezazithi ke uma ngabe ziqhathaniswa ke naye noma ke ihlangana naye umsolwa umsolwa ke okuyena owachazwa noma owashiwo ngabantu ngalelo langa lelo lesigameko kulona icala leli. Ngingasho inkosi enkantolo sathola ke isithombe eseqileke kwisithombe esisodwa esihambisana ke nako ukuchaza okwashiwo abantu ababesendlini bethi uyena ke loyo owadubula ngazo i-26 ku-October 2014. Masiqhubeka ke ubufakazi bazo i-17 October 2024 sikupage 30 ke. Ngicabanga ukuthi ke inkosi enkantolo babili ke abeza igama lokuqala engilikhumbulayo uNthabiseng yena ke osebenza ke noma ke ohlanganiswa ke nezasemajele ngokomsebenzi babeyihleleleke bona ngaphandle ke la isigameko esenzeka khona. Ngiyakhumbula ke ukuthi ke ingxenye kusona leso statement leso kuyashiwo ke ukuthi labo ke okuyibona ke abenza lokho kwenzeka ngalelo langa babonwa begijima bephuma ke kuwona umuzi wakwaKhumalo beya ke ngasePark. Masiqhubeka ke uma bemusho ke bemchaza ke omunye bamchaza ke ngamarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks yilabo ibona ofakazi labo lokho ke okuhambisanayo nestatement ezenziwa abantu ababephakathi endlini abasho ke ukuthi ke omunye wabo wayenamarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks. Inkosi enkantolo ngiyakhumbula ke sasikhona nesinye istatement engasibheka ngicabanga ukuthi kwakuwumunye womakhelwane uMakeleni naye ke owalekelela ke ekudwetshweni phecelezi ke kwaloko kubiza ngokuthi ke i-identikit omsolwa lo owayegqoke isigqoko phecelezi ke ihudi. Manje ke inkosi enkantolo ngathi ke uma ngikuthola ke lokhu ukuthi kwakungekho ubudlelwane obabukhona phakathi kwabantu ababesendlini kanye futhi nomakhelwane ngaphandle nje kokuthi kwakuwomakhelwane sasingekho futhi zazingekho nezathu engayithola ukuthi omakhelwane laba bangaqamba amanga nokuthi ke bathi babona abantu bephuma emzini noma ke beya ke ngakwi-direction yePark isizathu singekho. Ngathola ke kuyinto ke ebambekayo noma ephathekayo ke lokho ukuthi ke babetshela noma babekhuluma lona iqiniso. Uma siqhubeka ke kuyena page 32 sekubona ubufakazi bakhe uBrigadier Gininda. Kodwa ke okwakucacile ukuthi umbiko wokuqala wanikezelwa kubona kwakuwukuthi ke kwakukhona ukudubula okwenzeka nokuthi laba abakwenza lokho babaleka baya ngasePark. Manje ke Nkosi enkantolo, uma ngabe uhlanganisa konke lokhu ke engikushilo bekuzobeke akusibona ubulungisa uma ngabe umuntu esaqhubeka ke ekholwa ukuthi ke abekho abantu abangena. Kusho ukuthi ke konke lokho kukhulunywa lana kuyasho ukuthi ngempela bakhona abantu abangena kuloya muzi ngaleli langa. Manje kumsebenzi omkhulu ke kwakuwukuthola ke laba bantu Nkosi enkantolo. Uma ngabe siqhubeka ke ngase ngibheka ke nezitatimende zabantu ke ababesendlini Nkosi enkantolo ukubona ke nokubuka ukuthi kukhona yini la ekuchazwa khona ke noma ekushiwo khona nalokhu noma ke okuhlangana nalokhu okukhulunywe yilaba bona ke ababe ngaphandle. Uma ukuthi ke ngingakuhlanganisa yini lokho, uma ngabe kuhlangana ke uyazi ke ukuthi lokho abakushilo laba abangaphakathi uma ngaba ke ukuhlanganisa ke nalabo abantu abangena benza ke lokho kwenzeka ngalelo langa lelo kuyahlangana ke naloko okwabonwa abantu ababe ngaphandle emzini. Ngathola ukuthi ngempela ke lokho kuyahambisana. Kwakungaba khona nje umehlukana ke omncane, kodwa ke abantu ababili bangena endlini bashiwo futhi omunye wabo wayenamarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks, omunye ke wayemude egqoke ihoodie owayemncane ke ngomzimba. Yilokho ke ababevumelana ngakho ke abantu ababesendlini nalabo ke ababe ngaphandle. Uma ngabe qhubeka futhi ke uBrigadier Gininda ngazo i-17 ku-October 2024. Uma ngabe ngisho ke Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ke uchazwa ngikhuluma ke ngomdwebo phecelezi ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke i-identity Nkosi enkantolo, ngoba abantu ababesendlini abanye babo ibona ke ababe nendima ke nabo ke abachaza ke abasho ke ukuthi ke akudwetshwe ukuthi akube yini ekhona kuwona ke umdwebo lowo walona ke owayenamarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks. Base bengeza ke futhi ezinye ke izinto kuwona ke umdwebo loyo waloyo owayefake isigqoko phecelezi ke ihoodie. Manje ke kwakukhona lokho ke ngesikhathi ke uwarrant officer Steenkamp enza ke wona umdwebo lowo. Okunye futhi ke Nkosi enkantolo ke okuhlanganayo ukuthi ke amarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks la ekukhulunyiwe ngawo, nanjengoba ngishilo ke uNthabiseng engimkhumbulayo ekusho lokho kusona istatement sakhe ukuthi ke kunaloyo owayenama-dreadlocks. Ngicabanga iyaqhubeka ke ithi lana ke uma ngabe bechaza bagijima, uma ngabe bechaza ke besho omakhelwane ababe ngaphandle ukuthi omunye ke walabo abadubula kwakuwumuntu owayenamarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks. Lokho ke kuyakhulunywa noma kuyashiwo futhi ke abantu ababephakathi endlini. Lapho ke yila othola khona ke okuhlangana kwenkulumo ukuthi ke kunomuntu ke ochaziwe owayenesibhamu phakathi endlini kanye futhi ke namarasta phecelezi ke ama-dreadlocks. Omakhelwane bona ke umuntu wesimame lo owayehlezi ngaphandle ngiyamkhumbula ethi wabona ke ngesikhathi ke begijima labo bantu ukuthi ke omunye wabasolwa wayenamarasta ama-dreadlocks. Ngishilo ke futhi Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi kukhona ke ubufakazi ke bolibofuzo phecelezi ke i-DNA eyatholakala ke kuyona indawo yesigameko. Uma saqhubeka ngabo ubufakazi buka Brigadier Giyinda nge-30 zika October 2024 ukuthi ke okay ngosenkantolo emuva kokuthi bebashilo ke kwase kuhlanganiswa ke imininingwane ila kwaqala khona ke ngayo umsolo wesibili ukuthola ke ukuthi waye kuphi nendawo ngesikhathi ke saso isigameko kwatholakala ke ukuthi ke waye sejele eboshelwe ke elinye icala engahlangeneke naleli nkosenkantolo kwaba yileso ke kwakungakho ke ngayo umsolo wesibili ngisho ukuthi owesithathu ngisho umsolo wesine kanye nowesihlanu nkosenkantolo ngaphinda futhi ke nkosenkantolo uma ngabe kuhlanganiswa ke imininingwane phecelezi ke i-profiling sazama ke ukuthi ke sithole ke ukuthi yikuphi okwathathwa ngesikhathi umsolo wesithathu kuyena umsolo wesithathu ngesikhathi aboshwa ngaso eboshelwa ke elinye icala elingahlangene naleli inhloso yaloko nkosenkantolo kwakuwukubona ukuthi kukhona yini ubufakazi obatholwa noma ke obathathwa kuyena noma ke obabusezandleni zamaphoyisa nkosenkantolo ukuthi ke kuhambisane ke nenkulumo ke nkosenkantolo oku exhibit H kanye na HH naye uJJ i-case number yokuqala ke nkosenkantolo eyatholakala noma ke engayixosha ngaphansi kwalo ke icala uCleveland 996 2 of 2015 la khona umsolo wesithathu aboshwa khona manje ke kulolo dokodo lelo nkosenkantolo kwatholakala ukuthi ke kunomakhalekhukhwini owathathwa kuyena kanye futhi nesibhamu esatholakala kuyena ngesikhathi sokuboshwa kwakhe yilawo amaphoyisa ayembopha nkosenkantolo futhi ngokokumininingwane ekhona ke eyayikhona kulona idokodo nkosenkantolo lo ukuthi lokho ke kwathathwa kuyena umsolwa wesithathu manje ke nkosenkantolo ngase ngithola futhi ke ukuthi loyo makhalekhukhwini loyo wahanjiswa ke kuloko kubizwa ngokuthi ke i-war room yamaphoyisa ukuthi ke kuyokhishwa ke imininingwane phecelezi ke i-downloading mayelana ke nalo icala lelo lase Cleveland nkosenkantolo kanye futhi neAlexandra futhi ke hamba nelinye idokodo kodwa ke elasetshenziswa lona yona ke inamba kwakuyilena ke yase Cleveland 962 2015 ngase ngicela ke nkosenkantolo uSergeant Mabasa ukuthi akalekeleleke ngokudownloada ukukhishwa ke kwemininingwane mayelana ke naloko okwenzeka mayelana nezigameko lezo ezenzeka ngaso isikhathi leso okusho ukuthi ke u2014 kaOctober kanye futhi ke ukuthi zikhona yini izithombe esingayibona ngokwabasolo labo ke abachazo noma ke abachaziwe ngamanye amagama abantu abanama dreadlocks phecelezi ke amarasta kuleso sikhathi leso ke sika 2014 uOctober kwakuyisicelo sami leso kunencwadi efungelwe phecelezi ke affidavit yalokho ke akuthola ngicabanga ukuthi ke nealbum yalokho ke akuthola ke ikhona ke lapho uma ngabe ngikhumbula nkosenkantolo udaba lesibhamu uyakhuluma ngaso khona ke ngacacile lapha engethule ubufakazi ngaso khona ke nalapho ngesikhathi umsolo wesithathu abonwa ngaso eye nama dreadlocks phecelezi ke amarasta ngiyakhumbula futhi ke nkosenkantolo uma ngabe ngikhumbula ke ukuthi ke kwezinye zezitatmente ngiyakhumbula ukuthi ke omunye kwezinye izitatmente abantu ababesendlini bamusho noma bamchaza ke omunye walabo abangena ukuthi ke wayenamarasta phecelezi ke ama dreadlocks egqoke ukhakhi ijacket ekhakhi noma ke ebrown nkosenkantolo ngiyakhumbula futhi ke ukuthi kwenye yama albums engawakhonjiswa nkosenkantolo kwakunesithombe sikamsolo wesithathu egqoke itop ekhakhi futhi ke enamarasta phecelezi ke ama dreadlocks ngiyakhumbula futhi nkosenkantolo ukuthi ke kuleso sithombe leso kwakune date kodwa kayibhaliwe Ngifisa nje ukuthi ke ngikhombiseke uexhibit S. Exhibit S ngosenkantolo kuyistatimende istatimende esifungelwe ngaphansi kwakhe ke usection 212 esanikezwa uyena ke uSergeant uMabasa sikhuluma ngayo ke iPhoto album noma ke izithombe noma ezinye zezithombe lezi engikhuluma ngazo. Anginayo mina iPhoto album wabesethi ke usungasebenzisa sona ke iscreen umsolo wesithathu kwakuyicala noma ukutheswa kwecala yokugcina-ke iphathi nganikeza izathu ngosenkantolo ukuthi kungani ukuthi-ke kwakunembuzo eyayikhona-ke ukuthi-ke umnumzana uLongwe Thwala ukuthi-ke wayesengasetshenziswa kwakunale ngxenye-ke ekwakudingeka ukuthi-ke kube nophenyo kuyona ngoba ke kwawungeke ukuzibe ukuthi inkosenkantolo kunomuntu okunezinsolo zokuthi omunye wabenza okubi uma ngabe manje ke sekwenziwa ke ama downloads phecelezi ke kukhishwa imininingwane kuwona umakhalekhukhwini sekutholakala lesi sikhwama ke okwazi ukubona ngaphakathi kusona phecelezi ke see-through esinemali siyatholakala futhi ke leso sikhwama leso siyatholwa futhi nomuntu okufanele ukuthi abe ufakazi nakuyena leso sikhwama leso siyatholakala angeke ke ukuzibe lokho nanjengeqiniso ufanele ukuthi ke uphenye ubese uyathola ke ukuthi ke ukubekaphi lokhu lo muntu lona kufanele ukuthi abe ufakazi mayelana ke nalo muntu ke okuthiwa uyena ke owenza ubelelesi angeke ke manje ubese ubambelela ke kuloko ngoba angeke kube sobambelela kuloko angeke futhi ukuzibeke ukuthi bathi omunye wabantu ofanele ukuthi ke abe ufakazi wakho omunye wabantu futhi ekukhulunywa ngaye noma ke ekunento okhulumekayo ngaye.
As the court pleases, my lord, that is all.
Is that it?
That's correct.
Yes, Mr. Nisi, any response or comment
As it pleases the court,
or
my lord.
remarks?
Yes, I do have a response and a remark, my lord. But before that, when the state stood up, I thought that the state would be requesting the court to acknowledge the presence in our midst of the family members of the deceased, my lord. I'm told that the mother to the deceased is here. It is only in the spirit of our values that I'm trying in the ethos of Ubuntu, my lord. I'm not trying to give them any particular status, but it is only on the basis of Ubuntu that their presence should be acknowledged, my lord. I thought the state would do that, my lord. I'm not even sure whether they were aware that the family members of the deceased are here, my lord. But as I'm saying, I'm not trying to accord them any specific status. That is only on the basis of our who we are, our being African-ness, basis of Ubuntu, my lord. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Dr. Sibanda.
As the court pleases,
You
my
say
lord.
you should have acknowledged the presence of the deceased family.
My lord, that was done privately, my lord.
Hello?
It was done privately
today?
by the state, indeed, so my lord, upon our arrival.
Thank you, my lord.
Okay, fine.
The state stood up and said it wanted to contextualize their objection yesterday. But from what happened here, they actually moved from a good point to a point that is not actually good, my lord. brought back all the evidence that Brigadier Kininda testified about. I don't know what was being contextualized, because the issue between the state and the defense was very narrow, my lord. It was about the usage of the statement of Longetwala, where the court said, but Mr. Mnisi, are you aware that Longetwala has not yet testified? And I agreed to that, my lord. And I made an application in terms of the exception to the hearsay rule, that all that I will be dealing with that comes from that statement as it relates to the identification of the perpetrators in the house be provisionally admitted pending the arrival of Mr. Longo here. And I've said yesterday, my lord, that we were going to request the state, and I still do that they should bring Longetwala to us, brave money. That was just number one, my lord. And then the court gave permission that I can proceed to do that, after the state had actually objected. So I don't know what is it that they are actually contextualizing. But having tried to contextualize that which they were trying to contextualize, I wonder if the state actually remembers the following. That some time ago during the course of this trial, there was a clip of a video that was introduced. That clip, I can specifically remember that it showed a person who was identified on the video by Brigadier Kininda as Longwe, and a lady who was identified by Brigadier Kininda as Zandile Kumalo. And I can remember the lady was having something that I even referred to it as a container of a chibuku, but then it was corrected, my lord, that it was not actually chibuku, it was a container of maheu. Then the state wanted to cross-examine certain witnesses in respect of that. Actually, the state wanted to introduce that piece of evidence, which was that clip. Then we stood up as a defense and said, but we wanted the state to authenticate that clip. Then the state said, no, but this is a clip that we got from one of the house medias, and the people who took the clip are very reluctant to come. We therefore unable, but ultimately they considered that they were unable to authenticate the clip. And then we put it on record, my lord, that look, without the authentication of this clip, the state cannot proceed to introduce this type of evidence, my lord, because we don't know when that clip was taken, who took the clip, and under what circumstances. And in fact, the state wanted to demonstrate on that clip that immediately after the shooting incident that happened on the Kumalo on the 26th of October 2014, Zandi Kumalo, or Mr. Longetwala, did not sustain any wounds. He was walking just like a fine person. This was on the background of what Mr. Mgomezulu put to some of the witnesses, that apparently Mr. Longwe was injured, so he was limping, and then he went to doctors who are not deceased. Then the state sought to introduce that. Then we said, no, but we don't know when was this video taken, whether it was taken before this incident or after this incident. It needed to be authenticated. However, the court ruled in favor of the state, my lord. When the defense comes and wants to pursue the very same process, my lord, with Longwe, with the statement of Longwe, then the state stood up and said, no, but that piece of evidence is not before court, my lord, when the statement was actually there, my lord. So this brings me to the next aspect, which is equality before the law. What had happened to the state, my lord, I could not have had any reason not to believe that opportunity would still have been afforded to the defense to continue using the statement of Longetwala, even without the court saying, no, but I can only do that provisionally, because with that clip, there was not that rider that actually was made that I am allowing this clip on the condition that the person who took this clip come and authenticates it. It was just taken, and it's now part of the record, my lord. I think this, I am prompted to say this because of what the state is now trying to say. I am contextualizing, my lord, and I'm trying to draw parallel between these two incidents, my lord. Everybody is equal before the law, and these are the principles that were initiated, that are there. It's a constitutional issue, my lord, that people cannot be more equal than others. And it actually dates back to the 17th century, from the French Revolution that was masterminded by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, whose in modern days language is referred to as the father of liberty, fraternity, and equality before the law, my lord. By that, my lord, I'll just put it on record as a point in limine that as we go forward in respect of this issue, my lord, we should all have that in mind. Thank you. We will then have to proceed with the,
Are you
with the
proceeding
business
now?
of the...
Yeah, before you proceed,
Yes, my lord.
I also want to convey my sincere
Thank you, my lord.
observation, according to what you are saying, that the Meiwa family members are here. And you are correctly stating that the principles of Ubuntu,
Yes, my lord.
it's never done in English society. Actually, if you do this, they say, that judicial officer was bought.
Yes.
So I'm acknowledging that on the basis of Ubuntu, as espoused by Bishop Tutu and Nelson Mandela and all our elders, and that I acknowledge your presence here, and I also say condolences for the loss you have suffered. Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Thank